Children in these special classes participate in many science activities. The principal of Public School 169 Queens organized a science institute.
Children, I am Professor Lawrence of the Bronx Community College.
14 college professors and other specialists met in individual classrooms with selected groups.
The light is dimmer. Now, would you like to reverse that? Would you like to hold that, and would you like to turn it? In other words, what we're doing here is we are turning a conductor and we're cutting lines of force. As we turn this more rapidly, we have a brighter light because we have a larger current. As we turn it less rapidly, we have a dimmer light.
When the experts completed their talks, 35 minutes were allotted to permit a child in each classroom to collect questions from the children and to prepare a summary for use in the auditorium program which followed.
Being that remote control is for TVs, how does it work without batteries? Any other questions? Yes. In an electric motor, how is the electricity generated between the magnet and the coiled wire? Okay. How many elements are there in the atmosphere? How many elements are there in the atmosphere?
As a finale for the Institute, all 4th, 5th, and 6th grade classes were invited to the auditorium. By asking questions which were answered by the experts, the children had the opportunity to assume leadership roles and share their knowledge with their classmates.
Wonderful ladies and gentlemen that have come to us. We want you to listen very attentively to this so that you can share in all of the panels, not just the one that you listen to. Mrs. Rosner, would you like to take over and introduce everyone?
And now, you enjoyed what you had upstairs. It was not enough. You want to find out more, and this will be a little opportunity for you too, and also an opportunity to see the scientists and teachers whom you did not have a chance to hear before. I should like to start by calling the recorder and the man who spoke in his room.
First off, we on the Aviation Committee would like to thank Major Fred McGowan for a most worthwhile and educational lecture. And some of the facts we arrived at this morning were that the general design of a plane must be smooth in order for the plane to travel swiftly. Another one is there are two kinds of engines. A reciprocal engine, this is a gas engine, and a jet turbine engine. And another one, 3/4 of the power to lift an airplane comes from the top of the wing, not the bottom. And this is caused by the suction of the air. A propeller is an airfoil. This causes the plane to move forward in order for the air to act as a vacuum to lift the plane. And a helicopter is actually a large airfoil or blade. And I have some questions I would like to ask the Major. What causes a sonic boom, and what does that mean?
Well, a sonic boom is caused by an aircraft that's flying through the air at the speed of sound or greater, and as it flies through the air, it splits the air again to go above and below the wing, and as it splits the air, this causes a reaction in the airstream which creates a noise that we call the sonic boom. It goes off both above and below the wing. We hear the one that comes off on the bottom, and it strikes the earth, and we hear it as an explosion.
Thank you.
How do you know when a computer is broken and gives you the wrong answer? How do computers help a weatherman?
What is the exact geological future of Long Island?
What kind of chemical experiments can we do at home? What are the most outstanding recent leads and development in conquering cancer?
Well, that's a very difficult question to answer in a short statement. However, some of the most recent developments consist of the use of chemicals to affect the cancer cells so that the lives of the individuals in whom the chemicals are used will be prolonged.
How does penicillin notatum prevent the growth of bacteria?
Is it possible for the National Bureau of Standards to be wrong in their measuring?
Well, Amy, I guess it's possible for just about anyone to be wrong, but it's highly unlikely that the National Bureau of Standards is wrong. What is fairly common is that they find a better way to establish national standards than what they have done before.
I'm sure that you share feelings of regret, and the regret is that we cannot be 13 people. I wished I could have been at all panels, but at least being able to hear these ladies and gentlemen on the stage made up for that a little bit. Now you can go out and read and study and learn more about all of these fascinating subjects. Let's give a hand.
The gifted child is given an early start in learning one of the foreign languages: French, Hebrew, Italian, or Spanish. Let's listen in on a Spanish lesson going on at Public School 33, Manhattan.
La tienda.
La tienda.
¿Quieres?
¿Quiere
Ir a la tienda.
ir a la tienda?
¿Quiere ir a la tienda?
¿Quiere ir a la tienda?
Muy bien. Sí, mamá, ¿qué necesita?
Sí, mamá. ¿Qué necesita?
Muy bien. Ahora, esta canción. Vamos a cantar Do, Re, Mi. 3 veces. Do,
Re, mi, fa. Sol, me canso ya de sol, que ya no puedo más cantar el do. Re, mi, fa. Do, re, sol, que ya no puedo más. Sol, me canso ya de sol, que ya no puedo más cantar el do. Sol, me canso ya de sol, que ya no puedo más. Sol, me canso ya de sol, que ya no puedo más cantar el do.
Muy bien, niños. Ahora, una revista. Aquí está un retrato.
Aquí está un retrato.
Muy bien. Hay 2 niños en el retrato.
Hay 2 niños en el retrato.
Hay un niño en el retrato.
Hay un niño en el retrato.
Hay una niña en el retrato.
Hay una niña en el retrato.
El niño se llama Andrés.
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 La niña se llama Susita.
La niña se llama Susita.
Muy bien. ¿Cuántos niños hay en el retrato? ¿Cuántos niños hay en el retrato? Ismael.
Hay 2 niños en el retrato.
Muy bien, Ismael. Pamela, ¿cuántas niñas hay en el retrato?
Hay una niña en el retrato.
En el retrato.
En el retrato.
Muy bien. Muy bien, niños. ¿Y cómo se llama el niño? ¿Cómo se llama el niño, Miguel?
El niño se llama Andrés.
Muy bien, Miguel. ¿Y cómo se llama la niña, Gerardo?
La niña se llama Susita.
Muy bien, niños. Y los 2 hablan. Repitan. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Cómo se llama usted?
¿Cómo se llama usted?
Me llamo Susita.
Me llamo Susita.
¿Y cómo se llama usted?
¿Y cómo se llama usted?
Me llamo Andrés.
Me llamo Andrés.
¿Cómo está usted?
¿Cómo está usted?
Estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Bien.
Bien.
¿Y su familia?
¿Y su familia?
Bien.
Bien.
Adiós.
Adiós.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
Muy bien. Ahora, ¿quién quiere ser Andrés? Ismael. ¿Quién quiere ser Susita? Pamela. Muy bien.
Buenos días. Buenos días. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
Me llamo Susita. ¿Y cómo se llama usted?
Me llamo Andrés. ¿Cómo está usted?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Bien. ¿Y su familia?
Bien.
Adiós.
Hasta la vista.
Ahora, es tiempo para más revistas. Carmen y su mamá. Rápidamente. Carmen, ¿quiere ir a la tienda?
Carmen, ¿quiere ir a la tienda?
Sí, mamá. ¿Qué necesita?
Sí, mamá. ¿Qué necesita?
Necesito una docena de huevos.
Necesito una docena de huevos.
De huevos.
De huevos.
2 libras de papas.
2 libras de papa.
Y 6 bananas.
Y 6 bananas.
¿Algo más?
¿Algo más?
Nada más.
Nada más.
Muy bien, niño.
You've seen geometry in the 4th grade, poetry and critical analysis in the 5th, and a class in foreign language. But Denise and Paul have special talents, and there is room for these also, participating in cultural activities that belong to every child. Our gifted children are encouraged to develop leadership qualities, to devote their abilities to worthwhile activities, to use their talents for the common good, to become the moral as well as the intellectual leaders of the future.